This is Perfect Darkness Fine Art Studio. It is my workspace as well as my gallery. I represent other artists as well. Currently, Anna Marika, originally from Australia, who's a photographer. Matthew Murphy, who goes by Black 57, who's a street artist here in Las Vegas. He does predominantly acrylic landscape, cityscape works. Also, Manny Rubio, who's a surrealist who focuses on oil paints. Inspiration comes from day-to-day experiences. A series of work will usually include, an idea I have. So I'll do the female form, black and white, usually with an accent color. I'll hang on to that, create off of it, or I will do, still life, a series like that. I've been a restaurant worker most of my life, and I got really into wine. And I became a sommelier with Court of Master Sommeliers. So, relatively speaking, I'm expert all things, spirits and wine, what have you. So I figured out a way to create oil paint the same way you actually produce sherry wine. Actually, they produce ports in the same way using what's called a Solera method. And I realized that that's something that I have that nobody else is doing. I created a paint that it sits in a state of suspended animation, if you will. And it is probably the oldest continuously used paint. And so what you do is you start off with the colors, all right? And I use an absolutely limited palette, all right? Red, white, blue, and yellow. So there is no black paint in any of my paintings. It's actually a combination of red, yellow, and blue. So I start off with that batch. And let's say I mix a color, and that color gets remixed. And I reuse my paint brushes, and I clean them out. Well, I actually take what's left and mix it all together and turn it into the grayscale that you see in all of my paintings. Now, there's a method where you only use about 30% of whatever you've created, and then you add new paint to it. And so it's a trickle-down system to the grayscale. And so I use a little bit of new paint to continue the original batch. So it's perpetually used, and the paint that is on my very first painting is the same paint that goes on every painting I will ever create until my very last. It's not that my art is for everyone. It's that at the studio, I've gathered artists who have artwork that's designed for everyone's taste. So no matter what you're looking for, when you're here at Perfect Darkness, you'll find it.